What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the yellow color, playing as Zeus. His name is Shadowfax. His partners today in the green color, playing as Ra. His name is Swiss Boy, and rounding out the team in the sky blue color, not playing as Loki here in this game, but playing as Uranus. His name is Hero OP. And he is a part of the UCA clan, the Owls division. Now, for those of you who don't know, owls are one of the slowest flying creatures out there. But the Wizarding World of Harry Potter did decide that owls would be a good form of delivery service, even though they're quite slow. So I don't know if that's got any significance here with this name or not, but they're from the Owls division, and we'll see how they're going to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Their opponents today in the red color playing as Uranus. His name is Grassengroom. In the blue color playing as Kronos. His name is Odin King. And rounding out the team in the, purple color, playing as Ra. His name is Killuminati. And yes, they are RB. Rule Britannica. Now, I don't believe they're all from Britannica. I can guarantee you that Killuminati is not British. But I feel like Odin King is, and he is he's the clan leader, and he decides who's ruling what. Anyways, we've got an interesting one for you today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Kronos, Uranus, and Ra. What is this going to mean? What is Killuminati going to go for in this game to help bolster his Atlantean composition? Because Atlantean composition in team games can be very hit or miss in terms of like the fact that if you don't win, you lose kind of vibes. So oftentimes obviously, but more so with Atlantean than the other gods, you work it out. You understand what I'm saying. Anyways, the Atlantean players, they want to be aggressive earlier. They want to find some advantages and then push that advantage into an early Mythic Age kind of victory from that perspective. And then if you've got this boomy Ra here, what are they going to be able to do to support that type of aggression is the big question here. Now, we do have both the Ra's on the same side. So oftentimes when this happens, it's better to kind of just say, no worries, Ra players, they're going to boom, and we're going to play a 2v2 over the other side of the map. Now, if that's the case, we do have Shadowfax playing Zeus here with the Uranus of Hero OP, and this is going to be a really, really good opportunity for Shadowfax to actually go with Centaur here, because Centaur against Atlantean, they're very good. They're very good against Atlantean. They're not very good against many other civilizations, but against Atlantean, you're going to be able to spam those Centaur out, pick off units, and show some skill. Show some skill. And then also, on top of that, if things go well for the Centaur user, especially with the Uranus bolstering the efforts, the Zeus player can then stick one town center and get very, very fast Mythic Ages with crazy underworld timings and really punish a lot of what your opponents are going to do. As we are seeing Shadowfax here, if you take a quick look at how this map normally works, you normally only get normally 2 to 5 caribou in your starting hunt, which is actually not enough to advance most of the time for most civilizations. So oftentimes the advance times can be very, very awkward here, and we're actually seeing that coming through for Shadowfax right now as it's 3 minutes 30. Hasn't even thrown down his temple because of how many granaries he's had to put up. So he's dealing with that, but the Prometheus is coming through for Hero OP. It is coming through for Grassengroom, and it is going to be coming through for Kronos as well, or for Odin King, I should say, as well as Killuminati over here. Looks like he's kind of losing out on his cows as he wants to retreat back home. Those cows there, he wanted to eat them out on that food source, but he's not feeling confident about it. Instead, going to walk all the way back home. His temple's still not built here. This is very, very... Oh, he's got the resources. It's all good. I was going to say this is really, really bad for Killuminati, but he's got the resources. He drops the relic in it. It's the Trojan Gate Hinge. A very, very good relic. Extra 20% HP on the walls. And he's also got 8 villages on gold. This is signifying to me that he's probably going for a second town center, given he's advanced so late. Though one town center plays here can be really, really strong in team games. Not necessarily to kill the enemy Ra here, as it seems like we might be seeing that from Swiss Boy. He's only got 5 villages on gold, though, so a little bit surprising here. Maybe we're going to see some one town center shenanigans from Swiss Boy. No, just a really, really late advance here from Swiss Boy. But you can go for super late advances with Ra, and do 1 town center timings. And that means like you go for a mythic age or you go for a heroic age timing. Both are really, really good. And if you really look at the way that this matchup is going to be rounded out, there's no real counter to like a, I would say maybe like a 9-minute-ish 130 population, handful of siege tower, shifting sands onto the Uranus or onto the Kronos, and just allow the Ra to boom. And then if the Ra booms but the Uranus is dead, then the team that was aggressive wins, right? Because 3 better than 2 a lot of the times. Anyways, we'll see how things are going to eventuate here as the Promethean offspring coming in, making some pain here for Grassing Room. The Promethean for Grassing Room coming back in himself to help deal with this, as those Promethean going to run away, and Grassing Room going to chuck his mana down. Very, very delayed. Everything is very delayed here. We see Grassing Room over here with his units. He's unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, has heroized a Terma here, as if we take a quick look over into Shadowfax's perspective, looks like he's just going for a second town center, so he's just going to be playing super defensively here. I'm not sure this is going to go exactly how Shadowfax is going to want. He's got a really, really defensive base though, with the wall, with the natural cliffs here being spawned, so he should be completely fine. But this is going to be a really, really aggressive time on this map for Hero OP to deal with, and he's pushing out already and needs to defend. Basically, what Hero OP needs to do in this situation with both of his partners defending is just take little fights early, try and find a little bit of an advantage, but move back into his base, get watchtowers, and make sure all of his towers are safe, so that he can just sit in his base. Maybe not even build Terma here, just go straight into Kara Ballista and just sit in your base and be fine, as this citizen here is taking a lot of damage there by Odin King's Promethean offspring. These Mamillo moving out here as well. That's a lot of good damage happening here as Grass and Groom moving in onto this location. Going to be looking to take down some of Hero OP's units as he's going to be retreating away here. We see the citizens garrisoning now as Odin King is coming in. Illuminati's Reign has blocked any type of ceasefire right now, as this citizen is way out of position here. Got pushed away from the gold mine. There's no way back in, and that's going to be a villager kill there. Beautiful play here from Odin King. Gets 1 kill. This citizen going to be attempting to make a run for it, but it's not going to be able to happen. That's completely idled here. Maybe, just maybe, he can pop them out on this location to get them away, but we've got citizens getting taken down on this position as well. They're trying to make it to the tower here, as Swissboy immediately clicks Rain. Still no ceasefire being clicked here from Shadowfax. The miscommunication from the UCA-Owls here cannot be understated here, as not only that, Shadowfax is also wasting time getting Sylvan Law out at this point incredibly late, as Hathor is coming through for Illuminati in good time. So too is Swissboy, but things very, very delayed here in this game, as we are now seeing Hero OP pushing out onto this position. But Grass and Groom is here. Grass and Groom's taking these units out. Hero OP has dealt some damage to this mana, but I doubt anything bad really happened over here for Grass and Groom, as Hero has to retreat back, and Odin King is just going to continue putting the pressure on. Now, all this being said, Grass and Groom has been hit here. He's going to be in a tough position for sure, but Shadowfax here, he's got farms up, just a little bit of farms going here. He's getting sorted in this game with his economy. He is going to be huge, and he is going to have to carry Hero OP out of this madness, out of this very, very weak position that he's in right now. We see the heroes over here going to be able to take down some of these units, but this citizen here is still out of position. It needed to run around, get back into a good spot here, as we do see deconstruction coming down there by Odin King. That's so absurdly smart there. He picks off that low HP citizen. No retreat path there for him at all, as Hero OP is now also losing a hero citizen on this position. It's Alt S as it finally retreats away. Going to survive there with 36 HP, but does pull off that wood line. And Hero OP is just in so much pain right now, as he's coming over here to try and push Odin King away. Going to lose a few units here, as Odin King's not paying attention, but he's going to finally retreat. No real harm here for Odin King. He's done the damage and he can get away, no problems. But while this is going on, we are seeing Shadowfax getting a little bit aggressive with these Centaurs. He's got to micro this amazingly here. He needs value up He needs so much value here to help Hero OP catch back up. Odin King's a little bit behind on the score, but that's just because he's grabbing a second town center here as this citizen has been spotted. So that's going to be a good kill here for Shadowfax. You'd have to expect as his centaur run close to this citizen, trying to path block a little bit. We see it getting close to the tower. A couple more arrows coming in, and it gets to the tower. Oh, no, it doesn't. Shadowfax manages to just pick that one off. He's going to be happy about that, but the unit's still pushing in onto this position as Hero OP is doing his best to survive over here. I would say ceasefire has to come down here at some point as Odin King is pushing in here as well. There's the ceasefire. Grass and Groom and Odin King coming in onto this position. Hero OP with nothing left here at this point. Like I said, when you're in this position on one town center, when your teammates go to town center, you're not playing. Oh, big locust coming in here. Holy locust! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villager kills plus the farm kills there. That is insanely lucky from Illuminati. He gets a big advantage there. But like I was saying, when you are in the one town center situation and your teammates are going to town centers, you are no longer playing a 1v1. You are playing a 1v2. And as that's the case, get your towers, put the wall segments up, sit in your base, and just pray that you can stay alive while your teammates are booming, because they need to come through and carry you to the promised lands in those kinds of situations. As we see, this town center is not going to get up in time. Illuminati is coming in here. There's 4 seconds left on this ceasefire. The priest will get taken down nearly immediately, but is it going to be too little too late? Illuminati says yes, it is, as the town center is going to get up, as we are going to be seeing Illuminati retreating back over here. We've got Grass and Groom now pushing back in with the help of Odin King in onto this position. A handful of hoplites coming out for Shadowfax. He's got all of the economy coming through. Look at these upgrades. He's got himself Shaft Mine. He's got himself Plow. It's all there right now as the centaur are going to be looking to come over here onto this position. No upgrades on these towers still, as Grass and Groom says, I do not care about your centaur polemark. I will just simply kill your citizen here, as Valor comes in, and that's going to be killing off those centaur polemark as well here as one goes down. Beautiful play there from Grass and Groom, taking out that centaur as he's going to be retreating away right away, as now we're going to be seeing Odin King even saying, look, maybe it's time to go after the town center. I don't think it is. A little bit too greedy. Odin King's 3 town centers at the moment. Needs to pay those off. Make sure his citizen are all getting built, getting his farm set up here as well. As the Mamillo starting to come out here, we see those hoplites getting taken down as the centaur coming over onto this position, going to start taking down those Mamillo as well. He needs to be more careful with these centaur. He's throwing another centaur away. As the centaur user in a team game, your job against the Atlantean is to simply keep everything alive here, as we see a big locust getting dropped down here, but Illuminati has got himself Skin of the Rhino, the unique Ra technology which boosts armor, so he does not take the max damage there. The villagers are all going to retreat back to the main base. Swiss Boy almost gets in on here to get some good damage done. Going to pick off a couple of villagers, but he's not going to be as happy as otherwise. So you see all these buildings now up for Swiss Boy as Illuminati trying to push in onto this position. He's got a nice wall over here. He can go look for some raids elsewhere, but while this is all going on, Hero OP is just under so much pressure here. Apollo on the way for Shadowfax, however, he's not even going full military here. He is just getting up to the next age, taking it rather slowly here, I'd have to say. But there's still this crazy opportunity for Shadowfax to blitzkrieg his opponent. Get to the Mythic Age, make Heliopoli, Underworld at the back, with all of the heroes coming through, Colossus and everything else, and just clean up the back of their opponent's base and do crazy amounts of damage. That opportunity is still here, but Hero OP is super far behind. Odin King, Illuminati, and Grass and Groom are all 3 town centers. Shadowfax and Hero OP only on 2 town centers here, so a little bit behind on the 8 ball in terms of economy, but Shadowfax can definitely convert his advantage. He is going for this town center, though it's very much in a weird position for him to grab at this point. Looks like Swiss Boy has managed to help him here, but the cavalry now starting to come into Shadowfax, going to be slowing him down here as he has not walled this off well enough. There's a wall over here, but no wall over here means those villagers are in pain here as they're going to be retreating away. But still, meanwhile, we see Grass and Groom and Odin King saying, point, what's going on here? We're happily going to be able to move in and take this fight at this point, as we see a military barracks coming in, low HP sentry towers over this side as well, but watchtowers is going to be getting created here as Hero OP doing his best to defend here 1v2 as Shadowfax is nowhere to be seen. As units coming through here, we are going to be seeing Swissboy in onto this position to help out. A deconstruction coming onto that watchtower there to reduce the amount of damage happening. As Odin King and I can't see who's playing in this game anymore. Odin King and Grassing Groom sitting here as Swissboy comes in to help. He's going to be able to take out a lot of these units. Those term are not very good against the cavalry at all. We are going to be seeing the Manticore coming in. But was that worth it there for Team RB or not is the big question. Is the army going to be retreating away from here? Huge shockwave there from Hero OP hitting literally every one of those units that were trying to retreat, but they still get out of there. Lots of little bits of damage done onto them, but Grass and Groom going to be happy. I imagine he's pushing forward. I imagine he's going to be able to get to that next age, going through Thea right now in a really, really good spot. Hero OP struggling mightily now as he's finally starting to get those Caraballista out here as we see a shifting stance happen somewhere on this position. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with that shifting sands, but he does come in. Illuminati has to retreat back. Swissboy is actually in front right now in this position as Illuminati has not played this 100% efficiently, it would seem, as Swissboy somehow manages to help out his teammates in that crucial position while holding the defense here. Looks like Illuminati hasn't really built himself any siege just yet, so he can't really punish Swissboy for leaving at this point. As he does retreat back, he's got a really, really nice concave here for those chariot archers. A bit of a 300 moment here, if you will, as Swissboy has to retreat back here. And now what's going on over here for Shadowfax? He's still pumping units out. He hasn't quite gotten to the next age. He's gone mostly full infantry. He's finally getting some Toxotes out, but full infantry is on 3 town centers on this position, dropping some military buildings around here as well, as we see the citizen retreating away here. And now the Terma and Mamillo for Grass and Groom getting just a little bit out of position here as Odin King is nowhere to be seen. I tell a lie, Odin King is coming around the back, but is he too little too late as the Stymphalian Bird's going to start coming in here? Grass and Groom going to be retreating ever so slightly here as we do see those Mamillo engaging on the back here with the Promethean taking down those Caraballers. So that's going to be very, very hurtful there for Hero because he cannot keep those alive. More units coming in here for Shadowfax. He's got himself now heavy infantry, so that's going to be absolutely huge in these fights. His score is gigantic, his economy is gigantic, but this is going to be a deadlock for quite some time over here. So this is really all going to come down to, can Shadowfax carry Hero back into the game? Can Swissboy give Hero OP enough resources as well while holding to keep him alive? Is going to be everything at this point, but I imagine the Mythic Ages for Grassing Groom and Odin King have to be coming in here relatively soon, but it seems like Shadowfax, he is getting absolutely gigantic in this game. Let's look at those economic upgrades right now. Irrigation, quarry, bowsaw, husbandry, hunting dogs. He has it literally. He literally has everything except for the Mythic Age bowsaw, Mythic Age carpenters, and Heroic Age carpenters and Mythic Age flood control. As we see the underworld coming in here for Shadowfax, he's clicked up Hephaestus. It's go time right now. Hero OP dropping through here as well. Where was the underworld? Kind of in the middle of nowhere, if you ask me. But this town center here is going to be dropping incredibly fast. There's no vortex here. Horus is too late from Illuminati. Utilizing Tornado here is a really, really good way to shut down underworld plays. Osiris on the way here for Swissboy as the town center is going to get knocked out. We see Masons getting research here. That's no way that's going to be coming through. At this point, we haven't seen the villagers in onto this position just yet. Hero OP is going to be defending this with his army at this point, while we do see a big shifting stance there by Illuminati to come in here and try and effectively take out this underworld passage. Will he be able to do it? We see fortified town centers getting through and Masons getting through there in time for Odin King, but it's not enough. The town center will still go down. The underworld goes down as well, but has the pressure been relieved for Hero OP to get back into this game? I think the answer is no, as all of Shadowfax's forces here are going to be falling, and now we've got Helios coming through for Odin King, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing Helios through for Grassy Groom in the near future, and it's going to be absolute chaos ensuing here very, very shortly, I'm sure, as the fight over here still happening, still going, still raging on. There's still no real way for these players to get through, but Illuminati is being smart. He is slow pushing Migdal strongholds. He's going to be able to take this position and start catapult sieging Swiss Boy if Swiss Boy's not careful, but Swiss Boy will have himself the Son of Osiris. But there will be a tornado that's going to be coming in here, and Swiss Boy has to be really, really careful with this Son of Osiris, as we do see the tornado getting dropped in onto this position. Will it be enough or not is the big question. The siege towers doing some damage here. We see the town center going down here with the Migdal stronghold as well. Looks like the town center will fall here, as that's an absolute huge advantage for Illuminati, as he's going to be able to push through and win this position. But while this is going on, we're still seeing Grass and Groom doing nice things over here. Helios is 70% on the way through here. Forge of Olympus coming through for Shadowfax. Shadowfax is still going to be gigantic here, but is it going to be enough? Full Iron, he's in the middle of the map, putting pressure onto Odin King. Basically, Shadowfax needs to clean this middle up and really give himself a 4-town center advantage here immediately. Otherwise, he's not going to be able, his like tech advantage is not going to be felt at all. We're seeing bronze weapons come through for Odin King already, so he's already getting some extra damage here in this game. There's the Helios here, and do we see immediate Hecagigantes getting queued up? It doesn't look like we are, so maybe Odin King's got some other ideas here for his Helios, as this town center is attempting to get grabbed here by Illuminati. I think this is a little bit greedy, but it looks like it's working here for Illuminati. He's going to be having 4 town centers in this game here. Heavy infantry coming through for Grass Groom very, very late, but Illuminati is basically taking the advantage here on the bottom side of the map. 4 town centers to 2 town centers. Ra Mirror here, but not only Ra Mirror, it's Horus versus Osiris. The Osiris is still alive, so that's true, but there's going to be Spearmen, there's going to be Horus Spearmen coming through. That's going to make things really, really tough for Swiss Boy in the near future as well. So we'll see how that's going to eventuate as the Heliopoli are trying to push through. We do see this Hecagiganti doing tons of damage, but the Hecagiganti is one of the strongest DPS myth units in the game. However, it is one of the weakest myth units in terms of survivability in the game. Mythic myth units. That's what I mean. Yes. As we do see, this Colossus here is getting taken down by the hero Arcus and that Satyr there as well. As the Jason goes down on that position, we are seeing Grass and Grim now taking this opportunity to try and grab this town center. The palace gets denied. There is a watchtower in here, but Herope is just so far behind. And when you're behind in the Uranus war, the mirror, it's so difficult to make ends meet here. It's so difficult to find your way back in to the game, because there's just no way back in. That's just how it works. There's just no way back in, generally speaking, when you fall behind in a mirror matchup. Anyways, Jason coming in here, going to be doing little bits of damage here to these Hecagigantes. Odin King does still have his vortexes up his sleeve. He can move over here, or he can move over here. There's no underworld for Shadowfax. Shadowfax is making these Toxotes, which I feel like maybe a little bit too slow here. Getting out Bellerophon to deal with those Hecagigantes is a must at this point, as he's getting bronze weapons, bronze mail levy infantry, trying to make those Myrmidon out as well. That's going to be a really tough thing to stop there. But while this is going on, Grass and Groom is getting absolutely gigantic. Look at this army. Heavy destroyers here. Tons of heavy destroyers. We see the shockwave getting dropped onto this position as well. Same too from Hero OP, but there's just not enough population or units or technologies here for Hero OP. He is going to be losing very, very shortly here, as those destroyers are just going to tear through this unupgraded town center. There's no masons, there's no fortified town centers. There is nothing here. 2100 HP is not a lot for an Atlantean town center, as it is going down incredibly quickly here, ladies and gentlemen. But Shadowfax, he says, I don't care, I need to push through here, and he is making it work in a way. But this falling here, this town center falling, is just going to mean that Grass and Groom is just going to get bigger and bigger, and Illuminati is getting bigger and bigger. We see the catapult coming in to take down these positions. It looks like the Son of Osiris must have fell here in this fight, as well, as those champion chariots are too much. The heavy spearmen coming in. There's no real upgrades in just yet, but Spear on the Horizon is coming in very shortly, which is going to make those spearmen effectively champion spearmen plus, because it gives you a little bit extra HP than champion spearmen. So that's going to be incredibly tough to kill for the cavalry, which Swiss Boy is making here. We see the catapults taking down the Migdol strongholds as well. There's no way to stop this at this point. Those catapults are just too strong over here. Dead town center on this position. This town center is still not falling. We're seeing Peltast. Shadowfax. Peltast are not the way ever. Never build Peltast. That's the motto. That's the motto. If you build Peltast, you could have built Petropolis, or you could have built Heliopoli. Petropolis and Heliopoli. We finally see Helios coming through for Grassengroom here. He's going to be advancing through the Mythic Age. Going to have Vortexes. He puts the Palace down. He's going to be able to take this town center. Hero OP does not want to tap out here in this game, but he is losing everything here. He's got Citizen over on this gold mine, as now Grassengroom says, well, if I kill that off, there's going to be no gold income for Hero OP. He's going to lose all those 7 Citizen here. We got Citizens all on the back for Hero. He is trying to hold as long as he possibly can here to allow the Zeus to start skyrocketing, but it's just not happening. Somehow, some way, Odin King is holding on to this push here. Like, the score differential is gigantic, but Shadowfax just can't push through fast enough as he decides Swiss Boy is losing, Hero OP is losing, and Shadowfax can't win fast enough to convert this game here, as Rule Britannica takes the first win in this best of 5 series here. A surprising win, to say the very least. UCA Owls are definitely one of the more top teams here, but this is looking like it's going to be an incredibly close series here, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and you can see, look at this differential here. The differential on the score here, absolutely gigantic. This tells the big story. Once you get in front on town centers, you get in front on resources, and that's where it kind of starts coming in. Military units here as well. We do see more military here for the UCA team, but it just does on that civilian units. Military, it's kind of equal, but it just doesn't translate if you don't have town centers, and that's the game. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. I think I already said this, but I'll see you guys in the next game.